Alright then. In that case... Whoops. Last time on Dragonball Dokkan. You defeated the Shimos. And now that the obligatory thing is out of the way, you have indeed defeated Shimos. Icon and the Chillin fused to create a new mega warrior called Chillin. Look at him go. Yeah, look at Chillin. The fusion almost defeated the Shimos, but not until the fusion timer wore off, and Chillin rolled diplomacy on his ass. A wish was made with some slight interference from Skargan, and supposedly everyone who's died should be alive again. How you can believe such a wild story is anyone's guess, but there you go. We're still back in the outskirts of Shimos' castle, which became a giant battlefield for many dozens of superpowered warriors. So it's more or less ruinations at this point, to be honest. But you succeeded. Many of your friends are here. The entire group party, of course. This guy, who I can throw out here, who helped you out. We have Yamcha. We have whoops. Tien. I don't have. Here he is. Sasa. It's a full party. Everyone came to help when they heard from Amina that you guys needed it. And I'm just trying to vamp while I'm finding something and it's not working out in my favor. God damn it, and everyone within the goddamn damn. But anyway, after the wish was made, Shimos and Skargan has left. People are coming up, a bunch of Saiyans, and other people, of course. Icon seems to be talking to his sister. Grimmy, who flew an attack plane and shot a bunch of things, is hopping out of the plane as well, and there. Keiki, who is awake but very, very tired, is there as well. What shall you do?
Chillin is going to kind of lumber over to Keiki and say, spitting out a little blood, I'm glad you're alright.
How are you doing? She says she seems to be more worried about you, of course, but she's clearly, like, she's completely exhausted. Her pace is unsteady. She's like I don't know. I don't know the English language right now, apparently. Hang on. She's wobbling. I had to translate that, like, left and right a little bit.
Let's make our way back to Corrin's tower so we can rest, he says, calling the cloud.
Oh, yeah, should do that. Don't you wanna say goodbye to the others first? As the Nimbus is flying your way.
He'd look a little bit confused, and the way that I'd explain it is Chillin clearly doesn't see himself as a big part in what happened there.
Yeah, she's just looking at you, blinking a couple of times. The way she sees it is that you're too cool for them.
I'm not quite sure that I deserve that much of a send-off.
Come on now. Sure you don't want to stay?
Staying is problematic. I'll say my goodbyes.
Alright.
Looks at my injuries.
Yeah. Well, should I assume that you're gonna say goodbye and peace out?
Yeah, he's gonna say his goodbyes to everybody that came.
Yeah.
Very clearly.
I mean, there's dozens of them here.
Yeah.
Most of whom you don't know.
Yeah.
When you're saying that, how should I do this? Will you be actively saying goodbye to everyone he doesn't know?
With Chillin, he'd probably only say goodbye to the people he knows.
Okay. Will that include Rock Joe over here?
Yeah.
Well, we're coming up to Rock Joe, he's been a little bit. There's been about 100 enemy soldiers here, each and every one of them about Rock Joe's power level. But then again, when he needs to win, he fights dirty. That said, he still looks a bit haggard and hurt, but nothing too bad. He seems to be walking just fine. Ah.
The seed.
Sorry?
He used the bean.
He did use the bean. Well, seeing as there's no more Shimos here, I suppose you went and did it, huh?
My part was quite small.
Hmm. If you say so, I could have sworn I saw someone green fighting him in the distance. Out of character, he's talking about Aylin.
Yeah. That was a combination, a sum rather than a individual.
Right. Well, there's one thing I've learned seeing fighters of all shapes and sizes. You know what that is?
Say that again? I don't know why it's a little bit...
There's one thing he's learned seeing fighters of all shapes and sizes.
What's that?
You don't have to be the strongest one to be a hero. He says as he, like, fist bumps your shoulder, you know.
Brutal damage, bruise forms. Chillin is just like smiles as the little bit of blood drips out from his nose.
No, he's just been nice. Anyway.
I appreciate the words.
Sure. Well, if everything here is finished, I will be heading back to the castle, see if there's anything worth taking.
Sure.
You keep safe now, you hear?
Likewise.
He gives you a nod as he trails off towards the castle. I'm assuming you already did write up resources, so if there was anything you wanted to have, you got it. But again, resources doesn't need to be any physical thing your character takes in game. I'm rambling, I think. Anyway. Hi, Connor, you here?
I am.
Do you want to be in the scene to say goodbye as you guys are splitting up?
Yeah, I can do that.
Hooray! Let's work for me.
Hooray! I suppose Icon will walk over to Chillin after he's done talking to the Saiyans and Amina.
Yes.
Well, it's... He got away, so I don't want to say over, but it went well, all things considered.
I said before, anything that comes of it is entirely my fault, and I accept the consequences of that.
I think you wouldn't be entirely to blame. I could have killed him anyway. I'm just as at fault.
To be fair, I let Dernos go.
And he seems to have not learned anything.
As I said before, I am a fool, as it were.
Not a fool, just hopeful, I think.
Speaking of, I hope you don't end up in the hospital as long as I am.
I don't know if I'm even going to one. I have to help. Well, have to. I'm going to help Amina find Kalari, and then I have to go check on someone who's supposedly back now. Probably should do that first, actually.
I wish you luck in that.
I wish you luck in what you do, too. Perhaps I'll find you on this tower. I mean, how hard can a flying tower be to find?
It's not exactly hard to find, but... Well, considering your strength, it won't be that difficult for you to climb it.
It's a tower. I'm assuming it has a ladder or something.
Not a ladder, just the sheer face of it.
Oh, if I can fly, I'll be fine.
Flight does not work there.
This place sounds like it doesn't want you to go to it.
Generally, that seems to be the case.
If it's trying this hard to keep you out, it can't be worth it.
Something, only the worthy shall receive training sort of deal.
Oh, some more arbitrary bullshit. Got it.
He shrugs at that.
Icon is just the worst, huh?
It's not bad. It's just like...
He's a Saiyan.
Meanwhile, Charles like, it's the weird shit they do. I'm not gonna care.
I can't fly, and it's a sheer face with no ladder. I'll just knock it over. Then I'll walk up to it. But, as expected, I am thinking we'll be splitting up for at least a little bit.
I'll be taking my leave shortly. I have to get back to training after I rest up.
I hope I have time for that, but we'll see. Do stay alive, though.
Likewise.
Well, I have to go check on my kid now. And he'll just turn and walk off.
Yep.
Very well.
There's no help from the cloud, and although the cloud won't be limping back to the tower, he will be.
Yeah. Just give me 1 minute. I'm gonna see. Hevel is around. He might. You know, we're gonna cut back to that scene afterwards.
That would make him a square because he's not around.
One thing I would ask is, how does Chillin feel about the whole dead people are supposedly now alive thing?
I mean, it wasn't his wish to begin with. He does enjoy that it happened to an extent, that the people who weren't supposed to die are back.
Yeah.
But it's not of his concern.
Alright.
It's not something, because to him, usually he's all about, like, the natural way of things, but for him, it's just like, well, I mean, this is a good thing, I guess. And it wasn't really my wish to make, so...
Sure. He isn't gonna check out on people who died? Whatever you prefer, it's fine.
I don't know if Chillin knows anybody who...
He was, at the beginning of his adventure, he was at Gaslight Canyon, right?
Oh yeah, the people there.
Yeah.
The only problem, he is very, very close to death, but,
He isn't. I mean, if you want to roleplay him as such, then yeah, but he isn't. He has health left and only 2 injuries.
he would fly by Gasor Cannon just to see if... what's going on there.
Sure. Well, as you head off towards Corn's place, you decide on a quick little detour because you're rather close by it anyway, and head towards Gaslight Canyon. Presumably telling Keiki that you're gonna do this little detour first. And as you get there, you see a bunch of people, alive and fine, but otherwise in ragged, bloody clothes, as if, you know, they were killed. Looking around, they're as if they... hang on. Give me a moment, I'm getting text. So the people there have been resurrected just like half an hour ago or so. And they're wondering what on earth is up. One of their towers have been destroyed, so many of the fields and the gates, but everyone is alive. There's still enough infrastructure for them to live, presumably. They're wondering if they're all sharing a collective dream. It seems to be they're all safe for now, including one Mr. Gregory.
It's been ages.
Hell yeah. Whoops.
As in, like, I don't remember this person.
Yeah, you might not remember. He was a very early NPC. That's alright. There's no plot hook here. I just wanted to check if you wanted to stop by or not. But everyone seems to be alive. including one person who you may or may not remember. I don't know. Things seems to be a bit ruined, but otherwise somewhat livable, because these guys were used to much worse living conditions before this.
Yeah. Well, now they're back in the picture. Chillin is just gonna keep flying on.
And with that little confirmation made, you head off to Koren.
Yeah.
I get that sometimes if the DM asks you for specifics, there might be like a very specific plot hook involved, but that was literally just me checking to see if you wanted to go there, because I realized, other than Icon, who already did it solo, none of the other people have ever been to Gasol Canyon. They joined the game after that. But yeah. Actually, we'll do this one for the music. You head off to Koren's Tower, and you arrive there late at night. And I'm gonna put up the timeline. So the ride here, you had to at some points keep Keiki from falling, because exhaustion level max. But you make it here without any actual incidents. You're flying to Koren's Tower, and they seems to be happy to see you. There you are, kid. Was worried there for a second.
Keiki could use some rest if you would be conducive to that.
Conducive to that? Yeah, sure. The bed's downstairs. Just bring her down and tuck her in or something.
He gives a weak thumbs up and goes downstairs.
And as you're going downstairs, he's scratching his, or like his, pulling his whiskers. Conducive to that? Who taught this kid to talk? Oh well.
Who taught this kid to talk? He went to college.
Frost College.
Baby, I know you exist. I promise. I'm very well aware.
But you need to pay attention to me 100% of the time of the day, unless I specifically don't want you to, without any instructions for it.
God.
Otherwise I'll get cranky. They wouldn't like me when I'm cranky. Anyway.
We sleep.
Yes. You're going to Coolidge. Yes, that's much better actually.
Which, God.
I want like a Dragonball, a coming of age sitcom set in like a space college. With all the stereotypes you can possibly think of: the cheerleaders, the jocks, the nerds. Well, yeah, you're going to rest, and everything seems to be winding down and playing out as it should. Next day, of course. Actually, it's gonna take a couple of days, but she's gonna wake up again. She seems to be out for a long time when she expends all her energy like this. But she's gonna wake up. If you wanna train Koren, of course, is gonna train you. He'll feed you. He'll post her some stories how it felt like to be a fused warrior. And everything seems to be finally going as it should. No world-ending threats, no big powerful monsters, just you, martial arts teacher, and training. And also Kiki is there. Oh, come the fuck on, what the fuck? It's on the eve of the second day. Keiki has gone to the forest to find a river to wash off in. Climbing up and down the tower itself is part of the training, of course. And you're still up in the tower with Master Koren. What would you say he's doing at this right now? Hello?
Did you hear me?
No?
Okay. What Chillin is doing? Question mark.
Yes.
I imagine he would be doing what Korin had told him to practice.
Yeah, but I'm letting you decide what that is.
Oh.
If there's anything particular you would want him to do for this scene.
I mean, in this particular case, I imagine it would be agility training because he technically never caught the magic water.
Okie dokie. Some agility training, which is a lot of dodge this. As he swipes his cane towards you.
A lot of that, I will say, it will probably be Chillin practicing teleporting because that's something that he realized he can do now, but he still thinks it's just martial arts stuff.
So which Coolidge did you go through again?
Oh, sorry, what?
He went to Coolidge, didn't he?
He went to college, yes, but Coolidge, if he says Coolidge, Chill will just be like, sorry, what?
No, that was our character. But anyway, so Chillin practices agility, martial arts, and trying to get a hang of his teleportation. As suddenly, Korin, who has been throwing feints and attacks for you to dodge and jump over and whatnot, suddenly freezes up and stops.
Chillin stops. Something wrong.
That, and he's pointing to something behind you.
Chillin turns around.
And as you do, you notice that there's a person floating in the no-fly zone area just outside the tower. That is Lord Dramos.
I see.
And he's floating there. His arms are folded, and he's looking at you.
Chillin is just like, is there something you need?
Yes. We need to have a talk.
Are you... I'm not gonna bother asking that question. Sure, let's have a conversation.
He reaches out with a finger and does like a come hither motion with just his finger. And with that, your entire body is propelled upwards to kind of like zoom towards him. Still in the no-fly zone of this. Around the tower. But that doesn't seem to have an effect right now. And Korin is, what do you think you're doing?
It will be but a moment. If I do not return, tell Keiki everything is fine.
You will return, don't be so melodramatic.
And Charles is gonna look at him and be like, every time I've done any sort of outing, I end up in the hospital. At this point, it's expected.
You're a pessimistic little twerp, aren't you?
It's hard not to be, considering the circumstances.
Fine. Now then, and he's going to just fly away, and you're going to unwittingly fly with him. Just a kilometer or two away, just to be out of earshot. You're not entirely sure if...
They finally let me on break.
Oh, hello.
kilometer to be out of earshot really fucking reminds me of that Yajirobe scene.
What scene?
You're not gonna go help them? No. When they're fighting the fucking androids.
Yeah.
Is it because you're fat? Yeah.
Anyway, let's go back in time a wee little bit, back to when you said all your goodbyes, because why not Shisker too? Evo was just too busy to talk at the moment. Assuming, Chillin would go say his goodbyes to Shisker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. So yeah. Anyway, You're back here now.
So Chisker is first going to size Chillin up when he comes on the approach. It looks like Chisker was also looking for him because he's also gearing up to leave, and he's just going to say, "Oh, are you doing all right?"
I'm in some pain, but it will pass.
Of course it does. It always does. You're still up, and even if you weren't, well, I'd hope the wish would have brought you back.
It's the thought that counts, he says with a bit of a smirk.
I don't think that's going to happen twice, though. So, yeah, get some rest and don't, you know,
You might have cut off, but
did I? So he said, don't,
okay then.
I'll be cautious.
Very good.
Let me think for a second here. So Chisker is going to wave, and I think at that point Sean would like turn around to start to leave or something.
Yeah, sure.
It's oh, okay, yeah, he had to go, I guess. After like a few seconds, he's just going to speak up again with a bit of a somber tone. I'm sorry, by the way.
Dylan would stop at that, look back and say, apology accepted. Let's move past it.
Do you I guess I shouldn't even. I guess I don't even have to explain myself, don't I?
I understand your current situation. The apology means more than you would think.
Kisker thinks for a moment, and it seems that pragmatism wins, and he just puts on his best smile and says, "Thanks. I won't keep you that."
He nods at that. Good luck in your endeavors.
You too. Hopefully the next time we meet, it's not because I have to call you for help.
Hopefully we'll all have some time to rest for the moment. And he will walk off at that.
Yeah, that's about it.
Nice. Back with Lord Ramos. he has let go of the, grabbing flying effect on Chillin, letting him, hover in the air with his own power as he's standing there, or, flying there, looking up and down. So, it seems my daughter has taken a liking to you.
It seems so.
I'm not going to beat around the bush, I will just ask you straight out. What do you intend?
Flashes to what Master Roshi has talked about.
Just grabbing, wriggling fingers, hand motions. See, in order to properly please a woman, you gotta... They just wave the flashback away.
If you're worried about what other races might do, that is not something in my urges.
No, I merely wonder what do you intend with my daughter.
I intend on letting her flourish, in supporting her in her endeavors, and bringing her to a station in which she would be able to challenge not only me, but anyone who would threaten her.
Why?
Because she deserves it, and she wants it.
So you're telling me you're just going out of your way to help anyone, purely altruistic motives?
It's worked for me so far.
Who else have you helped like this?
Small village, Bulma occasionally, even a couple of your generals. In fact, Shimos would be dead were it not for my kindness just then.
Shimos aside, what do you get out of it? I'm supposed to
Nothing.
believe you found the daughter of the most powerful being on this planet and chose to be her unwitting ally?
I gain nothing from it, nor do I expect to.
Which makes
It
it
just
so difficult
happened.
for me to believe.
Believe what you will. There's nothing for me to really say that will change your mind on the matter. I'll just keep doing as I've been doing.
Is there anything I can say that's going to change your mind in any matter?
And change my mind how?
Is there? You're just putting it out there. Determined that my mind is set in stone.
Oh, I mean, why would you want to convince me to not help your daughter?
I want to understand why you're doing it. I don't believe you're being purely altruistic.
Chillin just shakes his head. I am a very small piece of everything else that is going on in the world. I find that the world and the universe itself is not a very nice place. And I detest that. And I want to do everything in my power to make sure that it is a nice place.
Wait, you want to make the world into a nice place? He says as he's looking at you. He's not saying it out loud, but you can't tell what he's thinking. You're a fucking frost demon.
Chillin just sighs and says, do you want me to be completely honest about my hang-ups and my difficulties?
Sure.
I'm certain you can tell that I'm extremely weak compared to many of my other peers.
That didn't escape my notion.
My entire life, I have been an outcast, an exile, a worthless whelp. I do not believe anybody should be condemned to such a fate after I have endured it.
And that is my hang-up. With what you're describing, you should be out seeking revenge.
I don't care about revenge, because it doesn't make me any better.
Is that what this is about? To make you better? Actually, it's not saying better. Is that what this is about? To make you stronger?
Stronger? No, to make me better. Not just strength, but in the mind and the emotions as well.
You seem to have been affected by the mentality of the Earthlings.
Certainly. Everyone's affected by everyone.
If only that were the case. No, some people are too stubborn to affect.
Some people simply need repeated action, shown to them over and over again in order to understand. I've shown mercy to Dernos. My allies have shown mercy to Dernos multiple times. And yet he's back. I get the feeling it isn't of his own accord, however.
The last time? No. Some of my men unwittingly found him floating in space.
Yes. That last time I'd traced him onto his ship. He would have perished had I continued.
The space pod he was in malfunctioned. Escape pod. It was leaking. Anyway, you don't need to worry about Dernos. There has been some safety restrictions installed into him.
I would prefer one sees free will, but I suppose...
That particular one had nothing but destruction and, dare I say it, self-sabotage on his mind. Maybe it would have been a mercy to let him die a natural death in space. But we had already revived him at that point. Resuscitated, he wasn't dead.
Perhaps he has a chance to grow.
You seem to think the best of people. I don't. That is why I left the employ of your forebears. Other character, is that the correct term, or does that mean like ancestor? Forebears.
I mean...
Your people, basically,
your
is what you say.
Yeah. I have no positive feelings about my people. Do not mistake that.
Oh, I gathered.
However, I feel as if I am proof that change can occur. And if Shimos manages to accept mercy a third time, perhaps he will be another example.
I don't suppose you can try your magic at the rest of the Frost Empire? Or is that too much to hope for?
I have no idea if I will ever be strong enough to deal with them on my own. I don't have any sort of notion that I would be pivotal in such an event either. Truth be told, that is a part of the past to me.
My god, listening to you is bumming me out a little bit. Fine.
Why is that?
You're self-deprecating if you haven't noticed.
It does happen quite often, yes.
Regardless of how that may be, you're still one of the more powerful beings on this planet. Carry yourself with that notion. At least when you're around my daughter.
She deserves to see who I am without a mask.
Shit. Fine, I'm not here for that. I mean... Do you know what life is like on the in the Frost Empire when you're not one of those people, aka a civilian?
I was not a civilian. I was a mistake. But go on.
I was, as you can tell, strong enough to get a very good position in the army. Some of the... Actually, it's gonna... How do I... The sector I was under, you know what that means. The Frost Demon Empire is split up under several different Frost Demons. And you know, some of them are better, some of them are way, way worse than Frieza.
Yeah.
Anyway, the sector I was under was basically slave trade. And I knew
Disdainful look.
my power, as regardless of my power, any. He's going to say it like this. Actually, roll me insight. You might not catch on to it, so that's gonna depend on how I put it. Insight to read the room, let's say. Do you need help? Oh, there we go.
7.
Okay, well, you can tell that there's... Regardless of my power, my future children, because this was over 50 years ago, would probably end up enslaved as well. My particular strength isn't genetic. I'm what you would call an aberration, a mutation, as it were. And I couldn't risk that happening to people I cared of. That is why I got here. The initial introduction to Earth may have gotten better, as in there was unfortunately a war, but that part is over now. You're aware, I take it, what would happen if the Frost Empire set its mind properly on Earth, or this entire sector of space, are you not?
There's a reason I seek out understanding of this world and its people, first and foremost. To understand their strength is to understand how to improve it.
The strength on this planet is rather pitiful.
Chillin shakes his head. Whilst I was laid within exile, I was unable to improve even a modicum. And yet here, I've grown several magnitudes stronger than I was when I first arrived. The difference is a couple months compared to years of attempting.
Is that so? Seems to...
I think that there's something about this planet and its people. And to shuck their knowledge seems to be foolish.
I've been here for many decades. I haven't had any magnitudes increase in strength, I'm afraid. Or unfortunately, I should say.
I may have had the privilege then of lowering myself to their level constantly. I seek not dominion nor control, nor do I intend to intimidate, even if unintentionally. I seek only to learn.
Going back to it, you're aware what would happen if the Empire set its sights on this planet, yes?
As I said, I'm quite aware. And as I said, that's why I intend to learn about them, so that I might promote a better future. One that is agreeable.
Then we have similar goals, we just have different means of getting there. I have lived here for 50 years. There's not much I can learn from them that would actually help in an actual invasion. As long as I'm here, any invasion of theirs is going to prove to be fruitless unless they themselves show up in person. However, I'm not going to be around forever. And he seems to have a hard time formulating what he wants to say next. This planet, I believe, is never going to be strong or defensible enough that my daughter can live here free of worry. One day, your people might come for this planet. And that's going to be a very harsh day for her indeed. And if I'm not going to be here to protect her, I want her to be strong enough to protect herself.
My intent, as mentioned before, is to support her in all her endeavors. In this moment, she seeks to grow stronger.
Indeed. And I'm sure you're helping her with that. If what you say is true, it's worked for you. However, I also seek for her to be stronger. With me, she has a chance, a proper chance of getting real strength, in case she needs to use it.
If she is to take your place, as I imagine you are insinuating here, she needs to know about the people of this world.
No,
She needs to understand.
she does not like my organization or what it's become. She's not to take my place.
Chillin shakes his head.
Nor would she want to.
She needs to grow
Yes,
as a person.
as
But
a warrior.
what? As a person. If she is to,
Go on, sorry.
if she is to grow strong, if she is to open her mind to things, to the goal that you have set forth, perhaps, she would need to mature to the point where she would understand the gravity of the situation and what you and yours have sacrificed in order to get to this position. She would need to understand that the transferring of the reins does not mean that she's saddled with responsibility, but offered opportunity. I believe that the people of this place would be able to help her mature in that aspect.
You still don't understand. Everything you're saying is fine and good, and it would be well for her to learn that if there wasn't a big threat to her life. First and foremost, what is most important is for her to grow as a warrior. If these threats to her life are coming and I'm not around to protect her, she is doomed. And I know, both of us know that you can't protect her.
But, as proven with the saying that I lay my lot in, with Icon, there's potential for exponential growth.
And with me, she can have it, just the way I did. As I told you, I wasn't much more powerful than her when I was her age.
And you said you despised such a situation, did you not? Would you not want her to be trained by someone who would be not as harsh?
No, I want her to live. And I can give her the best chance for that. If she grows to despise me for it, then so be it. At least my daughter will be alive.
Chillin just sort of shakes.
Can you guarantee that you can keep her safe, should your people come?
I'm more than happy to lay my life upon it.
Not what I asked.
If that's what you're asking.
I asked if I trust my daughter's safety in your hands, you can guarantee it.
The optimist says yes. The pacifist says no. Regardless of the fact.
What does the pragmatist say when someone more powerful than me is coming to kill you both?
Then in any case, it's not going to happen.
And you know that how?
No. What I mean by that is, if someone more powerful than you arrived, even if you were here, it would be inconsequential to her safety. She would still fall.
Possibly. But I want to give her the best chance she can have.
And I want to give her the chance to understand what resources you might leave in her hands. You can't think just like a warrior. If you want to win, you have to tackle a situation from all angles. You can't simply deliver a straight punch to a target over and over again and expect to win. You have to understand your opponent, how they move and how they act.
And maybe, if you had thought more of a warrior, You would have made something for yourself in your birth home.
I did think like my people did. I thought that if I hit things hard enough, it would work. What did that get me? Absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, you quit. I'm not a Frost
Yes.
demon. I'm not sure what mindset they have, but it seems to be mostly in line with what I'm saying, and it seems to work for them. You simply stopped doing it.
Incorrect. I kept doing it. I did it over and over again, believing that at some point it might work. That wasn't the case. The only time anything changed was when I came here.
You can tell that this man is getting more and more annoyed with you. Like, he's getting angry. Like, there's like a bulge in his forehead. A vein on his forehead, bulging on his forehead. Shut up! He doesn't have forehead erections.
If you wish to discount the story, if you wish to discount my experience, that's your choice and your ideology. But at the moment, she wants to work with me, and I want to help her.
Great.
If she changes her mind, then that's her choice.
And sometimes a parent needs to do what's best for their child, regardless of their wants.
She's not a child, you do realize that, yes?
She's my child! He screams a little bit louder than me, but just the voice of him shouting gives kind of like this grenade shockwave effect through the air, like dispersing some clouds around. She's my child!
And your second harmed her.
What do you know about it? Nothing.
She told me.
Yeah. And then he leans forward and pokes a finger in your chest. And why did he do that, you think?
Well, considering the situation that was going on at Bulma's place, she simply disobeyed him. It could have been over anything.
Tramos makes a fist. Then he kinda like pauses for a split second and looks down at his own fist. And he lets go. Like, lets go of the fist, just unclenches his fist. You get the feeling like he's generally struggling with an anger problem.
I want the best for her too. Trust me on that. I have
If I didn't think that, we wouldn't be having this discussion. You... Apologies, I have no cause to be angry at you. Regardless, that is why we're talking. I didn't emote that properly, but like there's like an underlying bubble of anger pretty much since the last half of this entire conversation.
If you want to understand,
she's not being hurt because of insubordination, as you say. Do you think Saiyans are the only ones who benefits from getting hurt?
Chillin just sighs and shakes his head.
That is what that is what happened to me. It's just different from how it works with Saiyans. And if I can make it happen for her, well, she wouldn't need your protection now, would she?
Chillin just sort of sighs at that and says, I've heard a human saying.
Oh.
One that an elder plants a tree at which he will never feel its shade. The message in that is that those who come before pave the way for those who come after. In order to do that, you have to forsake such cruelties of the past and provide something more comfortable, something more powerful for her to understand in the future. She need not face the troubles you had to face, the things that have made you, that have given you such pain.
It's up not to me, it's up to your people whether she faces it or not. I am almost powerless to stop it.
and so am I. But if we do nothing, then we can't ensure her future. And if we do things their way, then no difference will be made whatsoever. She'll be forced to face it regardless.
I will do my best to ensure her future. And if you can't see that...
It's
No,
not
never
that I don't trust you. I do not trust the people you surround yourself with. They have time and time again treated her like a tool. And you yourself have said that you did not enjoy feeling that way.
Of course not. I am her father. I cannot be the strict teacher she needs me to be, so I take help from those that can.
And they use her as a tool, consistently putting her in harm's way.
It is how my species learn.
Sometimes traditions are meant to go by the wayside, friend.
In case of your species, yes. But in mine, it's genetic. There's only one way for her to grow strong enough to protect herself. And that's why I'm here. She seems to enjoy your company, but I cannot lay off her tuition any further.
Why not ask her what she desires?
Because it is of no importance.
It is
Yes,
of
I am
importance.
fully aware of how that sounds, but my daughter must survive the worst of times. If she grows up to hate me, that's something I can live with. At least she gets to grow up. We've had 50 years on this planet. I doubt we'll have 5 more. There's been some ruminations.
Hmm.
And I'll do anything it takes to keep her safe. Even if it means
How long-
taking away her house. Yeah.
How long did it take you to get to this strength?
Truly, matter of weeks, he says as he smirks. Our species is kind of hampered in their strength, but there is a genetic unlock that happens when we get injured. If that happens, well, he just gestures towards himself. It is rare, but it can.
So what you're saying is you've hit a plateau.
I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about my daughter.
Chillin shakes his head. It's very similar, by the sounds of it, to what happens to Saiyans. And in that aspect, Icon has reached a very similar wall.
It's what happens to every race. Out of character, martial arts isn't really like... steady progression isn't really a thing in space. Anyway, it's what happens to every race. Mine simply has a limit they can break. Others, like your species, can transform when they need more power.
Chillin just sort of quirks a brow at that. Before he says, you do understand that, theoretically, I should have met my limit since my birth. And yet, being here, I've grown by magnitudes.
At birth, I thought you hit your limit at least at your adolescence. I know very little of your kind.
How many frost demons do you think actually train?
Do you mean fighting and killing people?
He shakes his head. Practicing actual combat. Understanding the way a fight flows. And learning from other masters.
None. If you have no need to, why bother?
Did you do the same?
No, I did train. Back when I was weaker, I needed to know how to fight so I could be at least some sort of a soldier in the army. This was before my mutation.
In that aspect, do you not think it is worthwhile for her to learn basic combat techniques?
She doesn't have time for that.
If you forsake the foundations, your building will crumble.
So you say, but I do not believe you. It is a nice mindset, however. And if you can learn something from it, all the better. But we're out of time. In 2 days, I am coming for her. And she's going to leave with me. Until then, I want her to have some time to spend feeling happy. And I guess that's her best chance of doing that is with you.
You understand that telling me this will immediately ensure that I will be unable to... that you and I will be put at odds. I'm certain you understand the actions that I will take coming forward.
Sure. Whatever action you do take is for her sake, and that's fine. Just let her be happy for a few more days. That's all I ask. Because believe you me, if you try to stop it, it's never going to work. And I don't wish to hurt you. That's not even a lie. Generally when I say that, that's to put people in a fake sense of comfort. But I mean it this time. There's not many people who has cared that much for my daughter. Not since a long time ago.
Then how about a compromise? At the end
No.
of these 2 days, if she has grown substantially, would you allow her to continue her training?
He's going to just interrupt you saying no. There will be no compromise. I will never compromise in her safety.
I'm looking out for her safety as well. And in this particular situation, I am granting you, by virtue of the argument, what you desire. It will be proven.
I want her to have a moment of peace before she has to go through what I did again.
Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Do you understand what I'm telling you? This isn't a compromise.
And I am not going to allow you to take her. I'm sorry. She doesn't deserve to be put through the hell that you went through. She deserves to learn and grow
Maybe she
without being
doesn't,
broken.
but it's what's going to happen.
I refuse. I'm sorry.
She is my blood, and there is no price I would not pay for her.
And she is her own.
I'm not including her happiness. Much as that pains me, I will give you 1 day. A day free of struggle and pain, to give her what she's been missing, and what you so seemingly want her to have. After that, I will return for her. But do not mistake my actions for sympathy. If I ever suspect her future well-being hinges on your death, or your... how do I say this? Your worldviews would put her in danger, there will be no hesitation from me.
I want you to meditate on this then. She may be blood, but she is her own person. And she deserves to grow into her own person as well. She has found a piece, a niche that she can start to carve out on her own. And to steal that away from her will be a greater cruelty than anything you could ever do.
He reaches into his pocket. He doesn't say anything. And he picks out what seems to be 2 scraps of paper and hands it to you.
He takes it.
A long time ago, she mentioned this. I never let her go, but it would be better if you did. Looking at the piece of paper, there are 2 Tivoli tickets. Roll me diplomacy I fucking either of them really. Do persuasion. Do diplomacy. One four. Shit, I thought this was what you were good at.
No.
Okay, no, I see that. Why are you rolling 2d6? Oh, unlearned. And wrong specialty. Yeah, correct. And he doesn't show it, but his mind is not set in stone. He knows many of the things you're saying is true. His belief is that he cannot ever compromise on her safety, even if he has to take her happiness away to do it.
There's one thing that I would ask you to do before you make this decision. Because I do intend on taking her to this thing.
Name it.
Is that you meditate on the situation. You meditate on what she desires. And that you try to seek out the individuals who had taught me. Do not approach them as a student or a master. Approach them simply asking for proof that one can grow. I lay my faith in my masters that they're capable of explaining it to you.
Sorry, can you repeat the second half of that?
Basically he was saying that do not approach these people as like, a student or like somebody who's higher than them, but just approach them as somebody asking if there is credence in what Chillin is saying.
Approach who?
His former masters. So Roshi, fuck, I forget the cat's name. Corin, yeah.
Is he saying for Dramus to go talk to his masters?
Yeah. And to verify that everything that Chillin has said is verifiably true. And aside from that, understand that I will try everything in my power to make sure that she does not have to go through the same thing that you went through. Even if it costs me my life.
Good to know. You might be wise. You might be idealistic. And if circumstances were different, we might have gotten well along. But right now, I'm pragmatistic, and I know what she needs. So I cannot take your words at face value.
Considering my time with her, I'm also being quite pragmatistic.
Out of character. Is it pragmatic now that I think about it? I'm not sure.
Or pragmatic, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Considering my time with her, I'm also being quite pragmatic. And considering my experience with this planet and how I'd grown so much in such a short time, it is the extent of my experience that I am giving to you.
What does... Not that he needs to say anything about this. What does Chillin think in regards to the genetic mutation of their species? And supposedly how one needs to be in a lot of pain for that to happen. He hasn't gotten into detail.
Chillin wants to dismiss it because it's not worth that kind of pain when the old-fashioned way will work just as well.
Yeah.
Something you have to understand,
What does
at least with
what does he think in regards to Dramo's viewpoints in this necessity?
he thinks that it's another shortcut. And the shortcut will cost far more in the long run than doing it the right way.
Basically, that Dramos is a fool.
Less that he's a fool, but he's letting the urgency of the situation cloud his judgment.
Yeah. Very well. Dramo, sorry, I'm not sure if you said anything most recently to Dramos or if otherwise he's about to leave.
Yeah. Chillin is just going to say, when it comes to growth, when it comes to power, as I've learned thus far, a quick and easy way will never properly serve you. You cannot simply will power into being, because in the end, it will cost far more than you get. And considering your experience, I would say you've lived that.
More or less. Regardless. So give me a moment. Yep. I don't know how to end that scene, but yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Dramos, having talked with Chillin, exchanged ideas, or rather butting head with ideas and ideologies, is going to take his leave. And he's left you with no further bruises or reasons to go to a hospital, merely a couple of Tivoli tickets.
What are these exactly? I'm sorry, I don't know what they are.
Tickets to a Tivoli, a carnival.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know what a Tivoli was.
Maybe it's not called Tivoli. I think it's called Tivoli in English.
I do not know. He would summon the cloud and then make his way back.
Yay. Well, Korn is there. Well, I don't see many worse for wear.
He and I have very distinctly different ways of seeing the world. And unfortunately, Keiki's freedom of choice and well-being are both on the line. In a day he'll return. He just sort of lifts up the tickets. I have these in order to grant her a modicum of happiness before he trains her in a way that I find quite uncouth.
Oh dear.
My intent is to try everything I can to prevent that, but if it were a straight fight, I'd obviously lose.
Yeah, probably. Well, kid. Hang on, I need to. Let's see. I don't know really what to tell you. That one is more dangerous than any foe this planet has ever seen. Actually, let me try my Corey voice better. I'm just hoping it never boils down to a fight between the two of you. But if it did... Sorry?
He has allowed himself to become truly broken. I will do everything in my power to ensure that does not happen to Keiki.
Anything?
Yes.
Out of character, I can't recall, but has Corin ever relayed to the information about the Ultra Divine Water? The one that actually works? Okay. Well then, kids, there's one thing that could possibly work, but it is not It is not something I would recommend just anyone. There exists a secret that can improve your strength by a great deal, according to legends. But it's also a very dangerous poison. Listen, what I'm trying to say is, I have something that can make you stronger in a short period of time, but I would only offer it if you're truly desperate for that strength, and willing to die for it. Because you very, very well might. Basically, Chillin now has the information and possibility of taking the Ultra Divine Water.
So the problem is,
Yes.
technically it would make him a hypocrite to take this because it would be a shortcut.
Yep. It would be a shortcut indeed.
Chillin just lets loose a sigh and says,
not for now in this scene. It's like for whenever you need it to in a really short period of time. Also, it is a Senkai boost, you need a TP to spend.
yeah. Chillin is going to say, unfortunately, doing such a thing would contradict my beliefs.
I figured you might have said as much. Still, I just want to put it out there that it exists if you ever need it.
If it comes down to it, and I have to choose between providing for her or taking something out of desperation, I will choose to provide for her. I.e., he'd be choosing the whole adage of, I'll take the flack for basically I'll plant the seed for her to lay underneath the shade, whereas he'll take the consequences of drinking the water, sort of deal if it comes down to it.
Yeah. Well, eventually, Keiki would have managed to climb back up again. And, yeah. Is there anything you would tell her?
Provided she's in a decent mood. Chillin is not going to sugarcoat anything, unfortunately.
Sure.
But he is going to say, I have some good news and some quite dire news.
Oh?
The good news... He offers her the ticket
What's this? She looks at it. Her eyes go a little bit wide.
Your father believed that you and I deserved to have some time together in order to actually enjoy ourselves.
Father? She looks at the ticket again, realizing that he was listening that one time she said it.
The bad news. He believes that you are incapable of growing strong enough to protect yourself in the methods that I would provide to you. And he wishes to put you through the same torment that he went through in order to grow to his strength.
Oh.
He is coming in a day in order to retrieve you. But understand that I will do what I can to ensure that that does not happen, no matter the consequences.
I see. Well, she's quiet for a bit, and then she gives a closed eye smile. She's trying to be sweet. Well, we knew this was only temporary anyway, right? And the Tivoli is gonna be fun.
You have my apologies for unleashing this all upon you, but I would rather you know than be surprised.
Yeah. Thank you. No, it's okay. I knew that eventually my father would come back for me, and he needs me to grow stronger, I suppose. Well, that's all.
You can go stronger alongside me, alongside Koran, alongside the others that have assisted you in your endeavors.
Yeah.
But I also believe that it is your choice when it comes down to the final matter. If it is your choice that you wish to stay here, then I will fight for it. I will lay down my life for it.
I don't want you to lay down your life. I don't want you to fight father. It's just something that's inevitable. This is what's gonna have to happen, I guess.
Something
it's all
you
right.
have to know. You have to know something about me, Genki. Had I accepted the inevitable, I would have been dead long before I met you.
Okay. Well, I guess I can't be like you, huh?
I don't believe that. You can. And I've seen it.
Regardless, my father is coming for me, you said. So, when that happens, I'll get back to training again.
I want you to tell me truthfully. Because I will respect what you tell me right now, and I will not question you again.
Alright.
Is that what you truly desire?
No. Not like that. But it is my father's will. And there's no use arguing. I know that better than you. Besides, I'm sure he's trying to look out for me his way.
I don't want to see you confine yourself to a fate you do not desire.
Well, what I desire even less is for you to try to do anything about it and end up in trouble. That is what I truly do not desire. I've already had more freedom and choice and fun times than I thought I would.
And
now we get to go to the Tivoli too.
I ask of you, then, to tell him this. To tell him that you want something else.
You said that she should tell him that she wants out?
Basically tell him how she feels, and that what she actually wants if having to make the choice.
Alright then. Can you stop talking about these things and have fun instead?
Chillin would nod. You have my apologies.
No, I don't want apologies. None of this is your fault. It's just the way it's gotta be, I guess. So let's stop feeling sad about it and do something fun. I've enjoyed my time training here with you. Or hanging out with the rest of the guys. Even got to save you from fuck, what was the orange guy's name again? Damn it. Sankuna. I never thought that was possible, but there you go.
Promise me you will vouch for yourself when he arrives. That's all I ask.
Will you promise me you're not gonna do anything trying to protect me from him?
I will only do something if he hurts you.
Then I won't promise either.
Then yes, I will not do anything.
She smiles. And she reaches out pinky finger. Don't you know what this is?
I have seen it, yes. He would he would do it. But there is just very clear conflict on his face.
Yep. I need to know, is this promise true or is he lying? Or is he intending to go back on his word if needed?
He is being truthful. He just does not feel good about it.
Okie dokie. Pinky promise to the rescue. Well. Is there anything else you want to do at the scene, or because there's not a whole ton left to the solo?
Yeah. Damn.
Is there anything else you want to do first? There are some more things I have planned. Alright, well. You and the Keiki have a wonderful time. I think. Maybe you're secretly sad that whole time.
He will do as best he can.
I'm gonna put in game 1 art channel.
Fair enough.
I did say that I did tell the AI that his eyes are green, they're meant to be white. Can you give him white eyes? And this is what I got instead.
Scared. Oh, I'm scared.
Yep. That's some haunting imagery right there.
Yes. Spectacular.
And I'm like, no, white eyes with black irises like normal, just fucking draw it. And then I got this.
Like how he's just looking at the ground now.
Ground. Budget! Oh yeah, and their double tail. I try to specify, like, remove the double tail! What? Anyway. You are on the Tivoli with Keiki. It's a wonderful place. It's nice. You probably haven't had gone to such a thing on your own before.
Has never experienced such a thing.
Carousels, loop-de-loops, candied sugar, cotton candy, that's what it's called, popcorn, all sorts of things. The funny house of mirror, the scary train, which wasn't scary in the slightest. But they also have various things for key power people, because that's this setting, such as, you know, the test your strength where you hit a thing with a mallet to see if it can reach the bell. They have that, but for superpowered people, among other things.
Oh yeah.
And for her, it's like she's transformed into a kid, running from attraction to attraction, finding Tivoli candy and candied apples that she's never even seen before. And Keiki's having a great time.
Chillin seems quite satisfied with that.
Yes. Until eventually, you know, all good times must end. And day turns to evening, turns to night, and the Tivoli is closing. And he's holding her hand as you're leaving the Tivoli, having had a great time today, she says. And of course, her father is outside the Tivoli entrance exit. Oh, she says as she lets go of your hand. Right. I had a good time today.
It was quite enjoyable. I've never experienced such a thing.
Me neither. Thank you for this, and for, well, everything, really. She's going to look around a bit. Sees a newspaper on a nearby bench. Takes it and holds it up so it kind of covers Dramos' view of your face as she leans in to kiss you on your cheek. Dramos, while he didn't see what happened, he's not stupid as he's just looking away and irritatingly tapping his foot on the ground like, what the fuck do I do in this situation?
Fucked dickhead. No, just like Chillin for me is like, get fucked, you dickhead. No, Chillin would give a smile and say, I'm quite happy things have progressed to such an extent.
Hang on. Yeah, and did you say you're happy how things have progressed?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, me too. Now then, and she's gonna keep going to Dramos. Father, there is something I need to say. Yes? Well, that is, I mean, it's,
Chillin would step up to her side and just give her a confident nod.
I don't wish to go with you. I see. So that is what I wanted you to know. Understood. Was that all? Yes?
Chillin would reach out to take her hand to encourage her to say more.
Diplomacy assertiveness.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure on this one, Chief. 9.
And I think Chillin's way is better than your way. Okay, he told me as much as well. Good, then. And I'm happy you spoke your mind to me. aka speaking your mind as much as it is. Really?
Mm.
Sure. Have you had a satisfactory time? Oh, yes. Are you ready to leave? Yes. Come on,
Chillin is going to look at Dramos with a frown.
He gives you a bit of a nod.
Do you really accept her words then?
I didn't hear what you said.
Chillin was giving a frown to Dramos, and then he was asking him does he really accept her words?
He's just looking at you. You don't know when to stop pushing, do you?
Unfortunately, I'm incapable of knowing such things.
That's alright. I don't mind people speaking their mind, usually. But what needs to happen needs to happen. And he reaches out a hand and Kiki grabs it. Now then. See you later. I'm just looking back at you. Just up a hand. She seems to have trouble saying it.
Speak your mind, Keiki.
But
You deserve to.
alright then, and then she gulps and she says it. Bye! She might have misunderstood that last encouragement from you, but, you know, in her mind this was always inevitable.
Yeah, there is a very distinct anger.
You're going to remain there on the parking lot for a bit, in thought. I'm assuming, like, your character, obviously. But after some time, someone will actually approach you.
That poor person.
Money, please!
I imagine Chillin is probably burning a hole in the ground where he's standing from his anger.
How do you make a picture big? I thought it was Shift C.
I do not know. Oh.
It was Shift C. What the fuck didn't work first time? This guy is gonna approach you.
Ah, yes.
And he's... Hey, you doing okay? He says, no longer with a beatbox on his shoulder or speaking in a, hey my man, you be feeling dapper, ya dig? No, he's speaking properly this time. AKA not Earthian.
Yeah. He'll just say, someone made a choice. Someone who is quite close to me. And it is a choice I promised I would respect. Even if it derives such an anger from me that I can scarcely control it.
Right, I understand. I think. A little bit cryptic, but bad day then.
Very much so.
Yeah. I came to say goodbye, really, and thank you once more for your help. I'm leaving this rock. My mission has been scrubbed regardless.
Did something happen?
Well, I was taken captive and most of my magical items was stolen. There's that. My quest was always to infiltrate this planet, as they know only I can, of course, I'm the best, and find if there's any magical artifacts on this planet. Arcane items. Things that could bolster strengths or be of use to my lord. But since I screwed that up pretty royally, I'm to return for a new assignment, presumably, or face punishment, regardless. Roll me lore space with a free reroll. Because this has to do with the frosted demands.
Why is that first aid?
I have no clue. What the fuck? Why is medicine space? What's wrong with you? What have you done?
I think they're backwards.
Okay, so in settings sheet, I can see you have lore, advanced, and space.
Yeah. I'll just roll 3d8, I guess.
You roll key, indeed. Yep, with a free reroll.
I'm gonna reroll the 3. Okay.
21. It's pretty good. You know there's only really one or maybe two frost demons that are interested in gathering magical items. The two weakest ones, because they're trying to supplement their already awesome power. When I say weakest ones, they're still Frieza level, mind you. Or, you know, you don't really know their power level, but they should be up there. So you have a pretty good idea of who he's working for. Chances are good that his punishments would be incredibly lenient compared to most other frost demons. They aren't the sadistic fucking freaks.
I would... 2 questions then, if you don't mind me answering. If you don't mind answering.
Sure.
Who do you serve?
Temper.
Temper. Do I know them?
You know Temper. He is regarded as the weakest of the main frost demons in Frost. She's considered one of the weakest of the frost demon rulers, who has a rather cold but uninterested outlook on most people. Like he doesn't punish people. He doesn't execute people. He just doesn't seem to care for that. Then again, he also doesn't seem to care for most people, but he just doesn't, mutilate them for fun or execute them whenever he has a bad day.
He's not a sadist.
No.
Yeah.
What you would know, if Velcro comes back and says, I fucked up and all the things were stolen, his punishment would be like, scrub the fucking floor for a week. Or rather, you're not getting paid for... Fuck it, like... You suck, asshole. But he's not gonna be he's not gonna be physically injured. It's very unlikely that would happen with Temper.
Okay. The second question.
Alright.
Would you be willing to tell them that there's nothing here?
I mean... hang on. Well, it's not like I'm in a position to lie to my lord, but all he cares for is medical items. I haven't found a great deal of medical items he would be interested in. There's not a lot of that on this planet, is there?
Does not seem so. Most of the population believes in an old-fashioned method of learning as well.
And this is when you're aware that he might not be entirely aware of what the fuck the Dragonballs are.
Yeah. We're gonna keep it that way.
Well, maybe in the future we could see each other again. It's been nice, kind of. Oh, before I forget, he says he was about to turn around, but like stops instead, like turn around. Oh, right. If you're ever in the neighborhood, you should hit up the asteroid city of Gomorrah. You know the place? You can if you want to. You don't have to roll for it.
Yeah. Okay. Asteroid City.
Yeah, it's a very
Where-
big city on asteroid on that just goes around a few solar systems. That asteroid is the one that doesn't crash on a planet, right? I think that's meteor. Yeah. Asteroid city of Gomorrah. That's a big city has been built on top of and inside of. You know the place. It's somewhat remote but big.
I will bear that in mind.
Yeah, there's not for my sake. I probably won't be there, but there might be something there that could interest you. There's this anti-war movement forming that's tired of the supremacy and tyranny of the Frost Demons. Rumors are they might have an outpost there. If
Oh God.
that's ever something you're interested in. Well,
The problem is, we're tired of Frost Demon supremacy. Chillin shows up. Proceeds to... Hold on, I have a GIF.
hello!
I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
Let me find it. Yeah, found it.
Nice. But he was gonna keep talking because you aren't the only frost demon of let me say unpowered birth.
Is that so?
I've heard rumors, but I've heard many of them. There's gotta be some truth to it.
When next I have the chance, I will be sure to take a field trip, as it were.
Sure. Well, I better get going then. But you have it good, and stay safe. And whatever the fuck you do, don't get on the ire of, my boss's bosses.
What has my father been up to?
Well, out of character, did you ever specify exactly who he was in his position?
We have not, no.
Okay, so your father, he's a powerful, but he's not one of the main ones, one of the ruler ones. But he's definitely one of the war leader ones. Oh, I've been trying to stay out of his radar for a bit, but most I've heard is that he sent some people for assassinations and going to war again. Same as usual, really. Oh, I think you might have a brother, speaking of.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I haven't really looked into that either, but... Well, you asked.
No, it was good information, just... That's gonna be interesting.
That's one way for it. One word for it. Anyway, I'm on a dip. I have a spaceship ready for me in a couple of hours. But you really should start learning the Earth lingo. You're never gonna fit in this way.
I'm not terribly
Yeah,
concerned about it.
Yeah, I get it. It might be fine for you to stick out like a sore thumb. Anyway, have it good, he says, because I will have him leave the scene without understanding that he's a mofo.
Yeah, that's fine.
He needs to believe that he's the best at infiltration.
Yeah.
It could be worse. He could have seen the movies from the 40s and just painted himself black and white and brought with him like speech bubbles because he thinks everything is silent movie. Fascinating. Whenever they speak, the world stops and text comes out from nowhere.
Chillin.
No.
Chillin is going to get on the cloud and fly back.
Yeah. Happy days. And this is where we're gonna end the solo. I don't know when we're gonna continue this session in character. If you guys decide together on like maybe do a time skip, because this would be a pretty decent spot for it. Or if there are things you want to do right away or whatever. So I'm leaving it open for a big possibility of a time skip. But that's mostly gonna be up to you guys. I'm not gonna decide on that.
I will say Corin would probably notice how distracted from now on Chillin is.
Well, he's gonna teach you how to meditate properly. To find peace within yourself, regardless of circumstances. An inner
Yeah, that's
peace.
not gonna work.
Yeah, well, sucks.
There's two big monsters that Corin would have to fight for that.
Okay.
Depression and the whole situation that just happened.
Yeah. I get it. Well, hope you had fun in the solo.
Yeah.
I wanted a little bit more of like a meeting of the minds sort of thing with this. Different ideologies. Because generally, like, NPCs never change their minds on anything. That's been my experience with many different DMs, like... Yeah. Dreymouse might. Too bad you rolled like a 1 that last time, but, you know.
I mean...
He does care for his daughter. And he does truly believe that having a gigantic super fucking power-up would be the best for her. Survival.
We'll see what happens, I suppose.
He does accept Chillin's ideas. He just doesn't think that's what's best for her survival short term. And short-term survival needs to be prioritized for him. But yeah. Fun stuff.